Hi guys, if you like this Luffy look, stay tuned. Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome to day 2 of Matsuricon in Ohio. Um, Definitely stayed up way later than I should have. Definitely threw up the day before. Super fun times, super fun. So yeah, getting right in, getting right into it with primer. Just smearing that all over my face. So today we're doing like if Disney and Ren Fair met One Piece. I was referring to it as like a biblically accurate Luffy genderbend. I almost said gender reveal. Genderbend. So this is very like corset and frilly and like Pirates of the Caribbean almost. So that's the vibe we're going for, with some very mild special effects. So going ahead and putting on my Tier foundation. And my concealer. Now putting this in any low parts of my face or places that need brightening, under my eyes, my nose crease, forehead, whatever, you know. And then blending out with a brush because it tends to go a little bit faster, and then smoothing out the brush strokes with my puff from my foundation, my cushion foundation, or like if you had a beauty blender, you could use that. I am bringing it up on my eyes because not today, but that day I didn't feel like doing eye primer, so that's what we work with. Going in with some brow gel, just so those hairs are stuck in place, and then adding some black eyeliner, since Luffy has black hair. And then I work the most of the product out. I start at my outer third, the beginning of my outer third, and then I kind of use that as like a pot or a puddle to work with. And that's all the product I try to use in my eyebrow. And I just follow my natural shape and just kind of rock with that. So this is going to be sped up because I spent a little bit of time doing this. And it's really not, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of not self-explanatory, but I don't know. There's not really anything special about it. I take my blush and my cream blushes and my cream contours that are more bronzer because they're warmer toned. And I start placing those everywhere that I think they would be. I'm a pale person. I don't really tan on my face, especially. So I don't really, I don't know. This is just how I create like a sun-kissed effect. Because if I were a pirate, I would be out in the sun. And I would not have SPF back in the day. Or why am I saying that like it's historically canon? This is an anime. Okay, anyway. So I go into my bronzer, which is warm tone. Then I go into my contour, which is cool tone. So bronzer is for sun-kissed look / tanning. And then contour is for making shadows. So as you can see, I have a rather soft jaw. So I go ahead and chisel that out. I do my cheekbones. If you see me talking, it's because my mom and dad were calling about my house that we just bought and renovating. And that we're it was supposed to be a pretty easy project, but it's turned out to be a wee bit more complicated than that. It's a good house. It's just needing some tuning up before putting our stuff in there. And then I was also getting ready in my best friend's hotel room so that my boyfriend could sleep. Because, he didn't need to get up as early as I did. So I went to her room and I was talking to her, I was talking to my mom, I was talking to my dad, talking to my boyfriend, because he was actually out running errands as well at some point during this, so whatever. Alright, so putting on cream blush, blending it out with a brush, and then smoothing out everything with that puff like I said. Going in with some powder. I use straight up baby powder. It absorbs oil throughout the day really, really well. And it's so fine that it doesn't really disturb makeup, and it honestly looks rather skin-like. And I've never had a problem with flashback. Granted, I'm so pale that if you use the flash with me while taking a picture, I am one big flashback, so. Now I did get powder in my eyebrow, and I'll show you how to fix that later. So this is nothing really special. I had a little compact, like 5-tier click together eyeshadow palette, and it's just a series of browns, so I'm putting some on my eyelash line and then bringing up into my crease. And that's kind of the basic shape that we're sticking with, is like a crescent moon on the outer third. And now when I go to cons, I like a high contrast makeup look, so it shows up better in lighting. Otherwise, I notice that in fluorescent lighting, such as they have at cons, that it can really wash people out, and sometimes that's really nice. But for me, I prefer a higher contrast. That way in pictures it looks good. I still look like me. I don't know. It's just something I prefer to do. So I go in rather ham with this brown. And I buff it out, but you can still tell where I put eyeshadow. So I go in and I bake my creases really well. That way my eyeshadow will not crease throughout the day when my eyes produce oil. And then I go over my cream placements with all the powder placement, or powder products as well. Oh my goodness. So contour gets contoured again, blush gets blushed again, etc., etc., while wiping away the bake. Now I do bake my whole face for conventions because I can be very sweaty, especially with, if I have a corset, I sweat a lot, or if I wear a wig, which I did today, or this day. I did both, so I hate myself, and that's okay. And then because I have a wider nose bridge, I kind of go ham on my contour, but I like to stick with powders versus creams, because I don't know, for me it just looks a little bit more natural, which I can appreciate the artistry of a very purposeful contour, a very prominent contour. However, me, I don't think it works well with my features because I have softer features. So I stick with this, it's worked. Now, I like to use the fluffy brush to do this. That way I know everything's blended out, because as you can see, the lighting does change, especially in a hotel room. I like to do my makeup at a desk because my back will start hurting and my shoulders will start hurting if I try to do it standing up in a bathroom. So with the window right there, yeah, I could shut the window, but I like having natural light. Just sometimes if the sun is straight up out and pointing in, it's a little much. And then Bestie Lexi, she let me borrow some gold eyeshadow. Not borrow, I didn't give it back, but she allowed me to use her gold eyeshadow, and it was rather beautiful. And we use gold why? Because pirates love gold. See, I like storytelling with my makeup. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to anybody else usually, and that's totally fine to me. But it's just something I really enjoy. And then I am lining my upper eyelash line with a dark brown / burgundy color. I kind of mix the two together. Maybe this is black. I can't even remember. This was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I was also kind of incorporating Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean makeup techniques, which they smudged. It looked like pencil eyeliner and just went ham on that. Me, though, it makes my eyes look huge and very Tim Burton-esque, which is not the vibe I'm going for today. So I was going in with a shadow instead. Again, softer features are complemented by softer products. So me going in with a crap ton of black eyeliner, black pencil eyeliner, probably wouldn't have been the most flattering on me. And then I do add a little bit of eyeliner just to widen my eyes just a teeny tiny bit, because Luffy does have big round eyes, which kind of works in my favor. I guess I got a little distracted before doing that. So this is when I went back and I just kind of went over the top layer of eyeliner product or eyebrow product, because I did get powder on them earlier, and so they were looking a little waxy. Then I wanted to sharpen up any edges too, or the tail and whatnot, and I cleaned it up with Q-tips and such right here while trying to feather out the front once again because I had too much product. They were looking a little Sharpie-esque. So now we're going to do eyeliner. This is like a baby wing. I don't bring it up past my crease. It literally just caps off at the end of my eye until I freaking make a typo. And now we get on to the scar on his face. I did have a reference photo that I was kind of jumping back and forth between to try and replicate the best. Now with scars, I do find using a brown eyeliner first really does help. And then creating shading. If you watched my Shanks video, I did a very similar thing where I went in with a brown eyeliner and then I added details at the top of that. Because you can always darken something, but you can't lighten it very easily. Granted, I was trying to stay more in the realm of Luffy's canon scar, I suppose, versus like a special effects kind of vibe. Plus, it didn't take as long. So, this is what we got going on. I was mixing brown, black, and red eyeshadow and just kind of creating some depth, and then layering again with the brown eyeliner. It just goes back and forth until I get to a point that I like. So I put on my eyelashes, put on mascara, and now we got boob shot. Because I'm going to do a mini version of Luffy's X on my chest. So I did use my cream contour. I kind of knew that that would work out. So the idea was put down the contour and then, you know, add a little bit of pizzazz here and there, powder it, set it, then add the outline. So I can go back and like erase with a Q-tip, if you will. Love that I didn't fast forward this part of me just searching. Jeez Louise. There we go. Same brown eyeliner, and just kind of freehanding a very similar shape onto my chest. Until I guess, or like, you know, a good sketch. Think of it like a sketch, so that when you go in and paint or color or whatever, you know what lines to stay within. And I did notice he had like a little weird, I don't know what you would call that. I want to say abscess, but it's not an abscess. A little swiggle in between the X. So added that. And then the dabbing technique here kind of worked the best. So I'd swivel, fill it in, and then like just add texture. Which is probably not the best for my eyeliner because it's a cream product, so it's probably clogged it now, but that's fine. It's cost like $1 on Shein or Temu, so. Oh well. Powdering, and as you can see, it gets a little bit blended because it's not perfectly straight edges or clean edges. So I go in with a Q-tip, just lick it and forget it. So I did go in with I made a purposely shaky hand with different pressures to get this like textured outline with some black eyeliner pen. The reason I didn't film the whole thing, the mirror was in the way, so just kind of go at it. Alright, and then this is the fit, and the wig, and the scar, and the details. We live, we laugh, we love. I was actually very pleased. My boyfriend's friends tease me, but that's okay. This is the full fit. And then here's my boyfriend. He was Bucky. He let me do his makeup for the first time. Oh my goodness. And that is the look. So like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kate_escapism. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good day.